Welcome, everyone, to RJ City's Untitled Stage Show. I, unfortunately, am RJ City. This is my Untitled Stage Show. I could not think up a name because it's so many things. A smorgasbord, comedy, drama, pathos, guest performances, surprises. But I assure you, no matter what, you will all be consistently disappointed. A little later, my show's going to end, and then Tony Khan has a show. He's going to come up here. He's brought his clarinet, and you guys are going to love it. Also, if you could maybe ask him why I don't have an all-elite graphic yet, that would be fantastic. Just ask him. I know you're not from me, but just, whatever. Ask him. What's a generic opening? It's great to be back in Chicago, huh? Yeah. Because AEW insists on running here every 3 weeks. Chicago is great if you like New York, but want less of it. It's like a diet New York, Hey, do you want traffic and gentrification, but only 75%? Come to Chicago. It's really a nice time. I was in this building 5 years ago for the first Starrcast, and it is so emotional to think back on it now and play Who's Been Canceled. And it's been quite emotional to walk the floor today and play Who Will Be Canceled. My money is on at least one of the Jarretts. And I don't want to start any rumors, but I heard Eddie Kingston thinks John Benet Ramsey is Lady Gaga. I'm not going to get into it right now. Whatever. And if there are any wrestlers out in the hall that can hear me, I have a little piece of advice for you all. Can we stop holding up our fists when we pose for pictures? Every wrestling photo, thousands of pictures will be taken in this building today, and they will all be like this. It's just like, we got it. You know what I mean? We know what you do for a living. My mailman's Instagram isn't filled with pictures of him holding up letters. I also have some etiquette tips for you fans. Are you open to receiving that? I think it'll make you better fans. Okay. Number one, can we stop saying that wrestling is cinema? Have these people ever been to a fucking movie in their lives? Wrestling is not cinema. Wrestling will never be cinema. Wrestling is a violent fourth grade play. Wrestling is the Muppet Show on pre-workout. Wrestling is yelling, hitting, and then yelling about future hitting, and that's it. We are never getting an Emmy, and it's time we move on. Also, I'm fine with fans criticizing wrestlers. I'm fine with making negative comments online. I encourage it. But please, can we stop saying, I've never heard of you? First of all, if you're tweeting that to me, you kind of have. And secondly, stop pretending that you're like the head of a movie studio in 1956 and there's only 3 networks on television. This is wrestling. There is no mainstream. This is a niche within a niche inside an iron bubble. Okay? Did you see there's a building across the street. There is another hotel across the street. No one in that building knows anyone in this building. Wrestling to them is just like Andre the Giant and the thing Dwayne Johnson does when DC doesn't want him anymore. That's what wrestling is to those people. I'm sorry. Oh, one Dwayne Johnson fan. All right. Okay. It's totally fine. It's going to be okay. We just need to accept that wrestling is a really weird little thing that we like, and the closer we look at it, the weirder it gets. Right? It's very weird. But I've taken the time, I've distilled it down to this. This is my thesis on wrestling. Let's pretend to do something. But let's take that thing so seriously that most of the time we're actually doing the thing that people think we're only pretending that we're doing. it would be like if a magician came out on stage with his assistant in a long box and said, "I will now cut my assistant in half." And everybody went, "Ooh." And then, he's spinning the box, he's showing it off, and then he takes out a saw, and he starts sawing the middle of the box. And the assistant starts going, "Oh my God, he's cutting me in half." And the audience goes, "Oh, this guy's good." And then he splits open the box, and all this blood and guts and intestines go spilling out everywhere, all over the stage. And the audience goes, "Oh my God, you're actually cutting her in half. What are you doing?" And the magician goes, "Yeah, because I'm one of those real magicians. Respect the business," and then disappears under a cloud of smoke. And then the next day you go to Walmart and you see a guy wearing a black shirt that says "Magic is real." I'm in a good mood tonight, so I think I can make. Yeah, why not? Why don't I just say it? How about a little exclusive announcement? Huh? Does that work fair? Okay. Whew, this is a big one. I have been asked to be the understudy for Undertaker One Dead Man show. Yeah. First of all, if you're not familiar, Undertaker has a one-man show, and you've got to see it. The lighting, the staging, he's going to get a Tony. You know what I'm saying? And then for me to be asked to do it is just, now the work begins. I've been workshopping for weeks because I want to capture the spirit of The Undertaker. You know what I'm saying? So when he gets sick, or if he wants to take a day off and do a TikTok with Michelle, there I am. And I want people to say, "Wow, that's The Undertaker," and so much more. You understand what I'm saying? You know what? I could do a little bit for you right now. You want to see a little bit of Undertaker One Dead Man show? Okay. All right. I'm workshopping. It's very rough, but here we go. Little scene from Undertaker One Dead Man show. Hey, my name's Taker. What's yours? Cool, man, cool. Me? What's my story? You've done it now. You've gone and made a big mistake. Nah, I'm just joshing you. But buckle up. This could be your last ride. And then there's a lighting change. So I'm not done. There's a lighting change. So then it goes, oh yeah, that's right. Gong! I was born Mark William Calloway, March 24th, 1965 in Houston, Texas. That's a long time to be alive. It's an even longer time to be dead. I was your typical Texas tyke, playing in large piles of dirt, controlling the lights with my mind, and slowly riding my motorcycles down the hallway. The other kids didn't like me, but they respected me. One time I didn't get picked for dodgeball, so I made sure they saw me taping my fists, and it never happened again. This was my schoolyard. I wouldn't say I was a bully, but I was more like a veteran kid. This one time I took this girl's teddy bear and lit it on fire, just to teach her respect. And the teacher, Mrs. Sawyer, came running out and she said, "What the hell is going on here?" I rolled my eyes so hard they went straight in the back of my head. But before she could grab me, I took off down the hallway as fast as my Doc Martens and pleather pants could take me. And she said, "Come back here, Mark Calloway, or you're a dead man." And I thought, yeah, maybe I am. Maybe I am. Kiss today goodbye and forget about tomorrow. We did what we had to do. Can't forget, won't regret what I did for love. Rest in peace for love. Well, thank you. It's rusty, but I'm working on it. Are you ready for your first guest? When you think of funny wrestlers, this man is nowhere on the list because he has not been given a chance to shine until tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, The Blade.
Okay. Okay. That's good, guys. Thanks. That was exciting. Hey, guys, I'm the fucking Blade. I am a pro wrestler for a living. Do we happen to have any pro wrestling fans in the house? Pro wrestling it's the fucking best, man. Do you guys remember the opening credits of ECW? They would always show Rob Van Dam doing that big flip off the top rope into the crowd. You know what I'm talking about? I was there. I think I was like 16 years old. That was in my hometown of Buffalo, New York. And that is not just one of like the coolest things I've ever seen in wrestling. That's like one of the coolest moments I've ever had at a live event, comedy, music, any kind of entertainment ever. You know what I'm saying? Wrestling, it's fucking special, right? I do think it's shitty to call it fake, and I'll give you an example. Yes, it's predetermined. Yes, parts are choreographed. To call it fake is shitty because we get so fucking hurt. You know what I mean? I'll give you a story as an example. My wife got hurt recently. Do you guys know who my wife is? Cool. AEW's Allie the Bunny. Hey guys, let's hear it for AEW's Allie the Bunny. She's not here or anything. I just really wanted to do that. No, I felt like a real jerk about halfway through it. So she got hurt recently. She fractured her orbital bone and basically it crushed her face. But what happened? Me and her have been working in wrestling together for years now. But what has never happened is she got really hurt, and I had to go perform very shortly, afterwards. So it put me in this weird position where I was with her in the doctor's office, and they're checking on her, and they don't know what's wrong, and I'm trying to make her feel comfortable. And then I got to run over to the guys, and yes, us as wrestlers will get together before the matches, and we'll talk about some stuff. But when we were doing that, I just mentally wasn't there. I was checked out. I was, and my mind was in other places. But I can specifically remember there was one part we kept talking about, and it just wouldn't stick. I just kept forgetting. So now let's flash forward. Live television, cameras are on, lights are on, probably 7,000 to 10,000 people. The part of the match happens. I go and I hit somebody. Fucking pro wrestling's happened. Fuck you, dude. I hit him, and here's that part, and I don't remember what's next. Fuck. So I think to myself, I'm like, all right, if I turn around and there's somebody there and they're coming at me, it'll probably, the way my brain usually works is if I forget something, but then I see it coming at me, oh shit, I gotta kick Claudio in the dick. And I just do it. That's how I don't know if that makes sense. That's how my brain kind of works. But unfortunately I turned around and there was just nobody there, which means I am 100% supposed to be doing something right now and I don't know what the fuck it is. So the ring is completely empty. I walk out to the ring. Now, another detail to keep in mind here is that, these arenas are specifically designed with lighting and everything, that all the focus is on the middle of the ring. And I was just standing in the middle of the ring. My wife was hurt. I was fucking stressed out. And I just start going, guys, I don't know what the fuck to do next. I don't know what I'm supposed to do next. Please, somebody help me and tell me what I'm supposed to do next. My tag team partner, Andy, the Butcher. Let's hear it for Butch. Come on, man. Yeah. My tag team partner, Andy, was actually the one who told me. He was outside of the ring looking. He goes, dude, you were just walking around going, guys, please, somebody tell me what the fuck I'm supposed to do next. With that, I always like to kind of add on. I've been wrestling for a long time. I just realized I'm in my 23rd year. Thank you very much. I didn't see that coming. So let's be honest. I've been getting hit in the head for 20 years. And if any point while I'm up here right now and I start going hey guys, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. What am I supposed to do next? Please, somebody help me out. Would anybody, we'll do a little interactive thing. Would anybody like to have my set list? Would that be cool for anybody? Okay. So, I'm very new to this. I have really bad anxiety issues. I'm counting on you. If I ask you, I need you to tell me what's going on. Can you come and grab it? Thank you very much. I can count on you, right?
Yes.
Okay. We're all in this together, guys. That's what I'm saying. My wife and I, we watch a lot of horror movies. And yeah, fuck yeah. So thank you. Has everybody seen Critters? I'm going to go a little more obscure. Has anybody seen Wrath of Becky? Who said yes? For real? I am on medication. I am on lots of medication. Please, what is your excuse to why you've seen Wrath of Becky? The doctor works in mental health. Me and the doctor actually know each other, and it's very nice that she's here. So we're watching Wrath of Becky, and it's a part where it's towards the end of the movie, and the bad guy's like stalking the good guys through the woods, and he's walking, and he fucking steps on a bear trap. Boom, and there's like blood and fucking bones crunching and all kinds of crazy shit. He takes a second step, and a second bear trap catches him in his second foot. He's like screaming. There's like veins in his neck. It's Stifler from American Pie. I'm telling you guys, it's actually a really good movie. I think you guys would really like it. So then he falls, and he face first into a third bear trap, which catches him in the face. It's crunching his throat. There's all kinds of blood. At that point on the couch, I was like, holy fucking shit. And I look over at my wife, and she is just straight up fucking Japan strong style, just no-selling the whole thing. And just like fucking like mean, like making the noises to it. It was I don't know. I give her props, though, man. I think that's a strong way to take in the horror movies. You guys watch horror movies the same way? Yeah, it's for those of you who don't know, we're obviously in the wrestling culture right now. The horror culture is actually very friendly, to which I love doing these kinds of things because everything's bleeding together now, in wrestling and horror and just whatever you're into. It's really because people are being themselves, and I really enjoy people being themselves. A big part of my story that I feel like a lot of people don't know is that I grinded for a long time. Like, I was a starving artist as Pepper Parks for like 20 years. Then I made it at 39 years old with AEW. I find that I feel like one of the most interesting parts of that story is the fact that I still do live in my hometown, and I lived in my hometown for most of this. So I just thought, man, like once I make it and I get signed and I'm living comfortably and I'm traveling and I'm happy and everything's going to really change. And I can tell you what did not change and is exactly the same is I still have to go to Target and I still have to run into that guy from high school I haven't seen in like 25 fucking years and be stuck in that painful conversation of, hey, man, yeah, like, and it always is. Hey man, are you still doing that wrestling thing? And it's like, it's hard, man. It's like in my head, I'm just like, yeah, dude, TBS and TNT, like live television every week, a different city every week, fucking 6-figure salary. My wife's hot as fuck. Yes, dude, I'm still doing the fucking wrestling thing. Thanks, guys. This is going well. Makes me feel good. How, since I'm grooving, how are we doing on time here? How much time do I got left? I got 1 minute. Perfect. Uh-oh. What is the very last thing on that set list? Mushroom Story. How old are you? Okay. Are you guys cool if I tell a mushroom story? Okay. I have a belief that everybody has their vice, because life is hard, and it can be very hard. Some like to drink, some like to smoke. There's all kinds of options out there. For me, personally, this is only like a once in a great while thing. If I have a lot going on in my life, just all kinds of different directions coming at me, and I can't make positive decisions, my anxiety is high, and I just feel like I'm being overwhelmed. If I take a heavy magic mushrooms trip, I get basically direct answers to everything that I'm searching for. Wow is one way to put it. So it is not as sophisticated as it sounds. Excuse me while I take a drink of water. It's not like I'm sitting at a mahogany desk with a fucking feather pen and like a nice notepad and I'm jotting things down. Trust me, it is much, much weirder than that. So a lazy Sunday rolls around, and me and my wife decide the agreement here is I'm going to take a whole bunch of mushrooms and I'm going to stay upstairs because I'm going to be as annoying as fuck. And she is going to stay downstairs and just chill and watch her shows and watch TV. She's not, she doesn't do that stuff. So now I'm upstairs. We're deep into the trip, and anxiety is just like pouring out of me, but in a good way. Like anxiety I need to get rid of, and I'm just like, oh fuck. And I'm thinking like anxiety's pouring out, and I'm thinking to myself like, this is good. I feel vulnerable. This is what vulnerable feels like. I get it now. Kind of like me sitting up here in front of you guys right now. It's like, yeah, I'm in a vulnerable spot. Thank you very much. So as this anxiety's pouring out of me, I'm thinking to myself, like, girls like it when guys are vulnerable. So I should ask my wife up here to share this vulnerable moment with me. And I wish she was here because she honestly tells the story way better than I do. But what she walked into was me naked in a bathtub. No water. Like heavy Depeche Mode playing on a Bluetooth speaker. Fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah. I kind of had an eye mask on, but it was like half on, like half off. And the floor was soaked. I have no idea how that happened. The bathroom floor was just soaked. Now, about an hour, so guess what, guys? It didn't go well. So shortly I would say about like an hour later, I was going to the bathroom, and I'm sitting on the toilet like I am right now, and there was a wall in front of me, and there was a towel hanging off the wall, and the towel had a sloth on it, like a sloth hanging off like a gimmick. It was a Christmas sloth. He had like a Santa hat on. The towel, the sloth, the Christmas hat, that was all real. But the more I focused on it, I was like, okay, he's moving. Like, I know in reality he's not really moving, but I'm looking at him right now and he's fucking moving. And then I examined closer and it was like, yep, his lips are moving. I can definitely tell his lips are moving. And he told me to stop taking life so seriously. And I've been trying to work on it ever since, and I think it's great advice for everybody here in this room as well. Guys, thank you so much. This was a fucking blast. Thank you. Thank you so much. I will. Happy birthday to Laura on Sunday in RJ City, everybody.
Look at that. The blade, ladies and gentlemen. That was adorable. That was wonderful. The same sloth told me to go fuck myself. By comparison, I tried microdosing, and I was so paranoid about it that I was microdosing a microdose. I was just eating an eighth of a piece of chocolate, and nothing happened. But no, now I feel all emotional and putting things in perspective. The Undertaker got me thinking about life and death, and I this year I lost so many like pop culture icons that were influential to me. Oh my God, Tina Turner, Bob Barker, the Blue Meanie, Kirstie Alley, Paul Rubens. You know, sorry, sir. I'm sorry, just... I'm sorry, sir, I'm not getting... Well, come up on stage.
Are you feeling okay? I'm not dead, RJ. I'm the Blue Meanie. Are you... Ring a bell?
Are you sure?
You literally liked my Instagram post saying I was going to be at Starrcast this weekend.
I have a bot that likes the whole thing. I swear to God, I read that you were dead, and I mean, good for you, but I owe Al Snow $60 right now.
I literally saw you in the hallway as you were walking in. I went, "Hey, RJ." And you went, "Hey."
I do that with everyone. I'm so sorry. Oh my God, I bought a best of DVD and everything. Gee, they really jacked up your merch. You're positive? You're sure?
Here, give me here. Feel that? That's a pulse. I'm alive. I'm the blue meanie. I have blue hair. See?
Ladies and gentlemen, the blue meanie is very alive. So, you just been like hanging out then? You just been around? Does JBL know about this?
Breaking news, but JBL and I can't say that word. I have no lips.
Okay, it's fine.
We kind of made up. We're kind of friends now.
Well, that's nice. That's good. It's usually something you do when somebody passes away. You usually make amends with them. But whatever. Okay. Never mind. It's fine. That's really, gee. I don't want to say I'm disappointed. It's just a lot to process. You understand what I'm saying? Let me say something nice about you, okay? In all seriousness, sit down. If it wasn't for this man doing horribly stupid parodies in the 90s, many of your funniest wrestlers would not be here today. He's like the Don Rickles of wrestling comedy. And Don Rickles is dead, so, something to, yeah. Can you tell everyone, a while ago, you told me about a parody that you wanted to do that you never got to do. Do you remember what it was?
Well, one time in ECW, we're in upstate New York, Orange County Fairgrounds, and Stevie and I were doing parodies. This is a little bit before Nova, and I wanted to be Sad Blue, and Stevie wanted to be Rob Van Darn. We pitched it. Sabu went, and Rob went, cool. And we were almost at it, but it never came to be. Que sera, sera.
But I came to be. I was birthed from your blue loins, my friend. And I thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the late, great Blue Meanie.
I love you.
I love you, too.
Thank you, folks.
I just gave him his applause break, and he took it again. Fantastic. That's wonderful. I miss the old shoot interviews. Anybody watch those old shoot interviews? It would be like an old guy in a dusty hotel room just burning every bridge imaginable. I miss them and I want to bring them back, but I don't think they're appropriate for a modern audience. It's fast nowadays, short and fast. We need to get to shitting on people as quickly as possible. So I have patented something called RJ City's Speed Shoots. And I would like to demonstrate for you how that might go. And I have the perfect person. He's had a long, sometimes illustrious career, and then sometimes not. And I want to talk about the not part, but treat him as illustrious because he is the chairman, Sean Spears. Hello? Oh, look at this guy, boy. This is the level of showmanship. He wore a suit, and this is why he's so talented. He's one of the few wrestlers who wears a suit and not bloated. And I think that's incredible.
You look great. What the
I was going for high fashion.
And a little unprepared, you have some stage hands here bringing up a second chair.
Oh, thank you. And can we let's sit, and take a mic behind you. Grab a little mic. Let's sit down here. No, you know what? I'm going to kneel. Okay, good. Speed shoots. This is going to come at you fast, okay? I've done some research into your career. You're going to love this. It's going to be great. We're going to patent it. You're not going to get a cut. It's going to be fantastic.
Questions? You
You got to turn it on. You got to slip the thing. Yeah. I didn't teach you this? Oh, he's got one.
Does this
How
work?
about this gentlemanly stagehand, ladies and gentlemen? This is fantastic. All right.
If
Okay.
this doesn't work, it works.
There we go.
How many questions you got on that?
Well, I went through your cagematch.net.
What the hell is cagematch.net?
Oh, you're going to find out.
You guys know what this is?
This is how I do my
And
research.
are all these questions from you? You have no questions from your audience, you selfish son of a bitch?
Oh, who trained you? I think we get the gist. You know what I mean? So,
Dream match? Is that on there?
oh yeah.
All right. Can I sit?
You can sit. I'm going to kneel because we're going to keep this fast and peppy.
You just
right?
you just
Modern
do
audience.
you, RJ. Shh.
I have compiled a list of 35 obscure names that you have wrestled.
Look at that obscure sign.
Yeah, that's my.
You
that's
look
my
great.
face. Yeah, and that's based on an Ethel Merman poster.
No idea who that is.
Your grandmother would love me. Let me put it that way.
True story.
So I'm going to list off these names. We're going to do a lightning round. I'm going to throw out a name. You say the first shit-talky thing that comes to your head.
Oh, so hold on. When you were talking about doing a shoot interview and burning bridges and getting people in shit, this is what you were talking about?
I was talking about you.
Let's do it.
Yeah, all right.
Let's do it.
Are you ready?
I'm not on TV. Let's go. I'm ready.
In 3, 2, 1. The Highlanders.
Rory and Robbie?
That's all you have to say? You don't know?
What more should I say?
Ah, yeah, there's a good one. There's a good
There you
one.
go.
Simon Dean.
You really did your homework.
Give it to him. Give it to him.
Dodged a bullet.
Woo. Woo. OVW superstar Cody Runnels.
The guy.
Deuce.
Deuce. Should have caught him.
Domino.
Man, I love Domino.
All right, fair enough. Deuce and Domino.
Domino's, is he from Chicago?
I think so.
Let's just say he's from Chicago. Love me some Domino.
That works. Ryan Reeves. That's Ryback before he lost it.
That's Ryback before he lost it.
Roadkill.
He's not here, is he? He's usually at these things.
No,
Is he
I think
hiding?
we just
Is he
got
still
stuck.
Amish?
No, that was too religious, and he just became Roadkill.
Thank God. Continue.
Okay. Paul Burchill.
A pirate.
Katie Leah Burchill.
A lady pirate.
How do you feel about incest?
I won't shake an angry fist at anybody.
It's a neutral statement.
Question, how do you feel about incest?
Super crazy.
Crazy. And he knows English. Don't let him fool you.
Holt Cabana, back when he was good.
Boom, boom. Chicago's own. How's he not good?
Fun. I've seen him phone it up.
But
He gave me a limp handshake in the back. I don't need this.
Yeah, explains a lot.
Get ready for this one. J.D. Michaels.
Is that the guy who was just like Shawn
He
Michaels?
looks just like Shawn Michaels, but he was not Shawn Michaels.
But he did kind of look like Shawn Michaels.
But he was not Shawn Michaels.
He was not Shawn Michaels.
No. Kevin Thorne.
Kevin Thorne. I like Kevin Thorne. He was a nice dude. Tough. A legit tough guy, but a nice dude.
All right. Nick Nemeth.
Nah, how do you not love Zigman? Everybody loves Dolph Ziggler. What a lady killer.
Oh, shooting. D.H. Smith.
It's a shooter. Real kind. The real deal.
Yeah.
Shook my hand once and twisted it all kind of which ways.
Well, that's just unprofessional.
Kind of crazy.
Ricky Ortiz. Does anyone? He had a towel. He went like, wow, with a towel.
Answer that. Does anybody know who Ricky Ortiz is? You got two people from the peanut gallery, yes? I'm going to sum that up with, I am a master of taking chicken shit and turning it into chicken salad.
Well, bok to you, my friend. Glacier.
I wrestled Glacier. He won.
Manu.
Is that?
Alpha Jr.
Oh. I don't want to say it.
I got that
Moving
sound. I know what
on.
that sound means. Alex the Pug Porteau.
How
Were you awake for any of these?
No. Where did you come up with this list? How is this relevant to me all of my
gotta get on your...
No, explain where this name comes from. Hold on. Are we on a time limit?
It's a speed shoot.
I am a little older in my career. I like to slow things down a little bit, RJ, and I want to figure out what's going on up here. So where did Alex Porteau come from?
You wrestled him. What do you mean, where did he come from?
I didn't wrestle him.
You wrestled him.
I never wrestled him a day in my life.
It's on the list. It's on the list. This does not lie.
He runs a school in Florida.
Yes.
I never wrestled him a day in my life.
All right, well, I'm going to find it. I'm going to send you the footage, and then you can apologize.
Where'd you get this information?
On cagematch.net.
Don't believe everything you read online, RJ City.
The New York Times of Wrestling News, Cage Match.
You better be on this list, by the way.
Nick Iakea. You remember that guy? I guess it's not Prince Iakea. It's like a J.D. Michaels situation.
Okay, Prince. I wrestled him on an independent.
It must have been. It certainly wasn't on TV.
Is he still go? Well, I'm not on TV, RJ. Was that an asshole shot at me?
Next, Big Vito. Big Vito.
Man looks great in the dress, does he not?
Mm-hmm.
Is he still wearing it?
RJ City. Sean? Sean, hello, Sean?
Underappreciated.
I can't believe I said all those mean things about Ty Dillinger. Leo Kruger. Leo Kruger. Remember that? He had beige pants like this, and he took his tooth out, and I'm gonna hunt you. That one? Remember that one?
Is that your inspiration for tonight's?
Yeah, I'm a big Leo Kruger guy.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Is he still going? What's he doing?
I don't know.
Yeah, are you sure you don't know? Or you just don't want to say?
I don't know. C.J. Parker. That was Juice Robinson before he started going, ah! Before that.
What an evolution, huh? Bang, bang. Bang, bang.
Sylvester Lafort.
I love Frenchie.
Great.
Hell of a painter, by the way.
That was a derogatory compliment. Hideo Itami.
Kenta.
Hugo Knox.
Oh, that was it for Kenta. Okay, gotcha. Hugo Knox.
It's not Mike Knox. I guess it's his brother? I don't know. All right, that way. Alex Riley. Did you work Alex Riley, sir?
I'm going to use the chicken salad, yeah. I got to put it.
Patrick Clark. Let's leave that one be. Billy Gunn.
Is that Velveteen?
It is.
You want to tread in those waters?
Billy Gunn.
Dude, Billy, legendary, man. Come on now, it's Billy Gunn.
QT Marshall.
Ooh, QT. Finally getting his due, I think. I think we're in the beginning stages of finally starting. I see the premiere guys back there. Are you guys nervous? You guys nervous about what we're going to say?
Yeah, that QT Marshall shoot. Colin Delaney.
Night's still young. Colin, he's still kicking. He's still good.
Well, that answers
That's all I know.
The late Colin Delaney. They buried him next to Blue Meanie. Pineapple Pete.
Remind me. Pineapple Pete.
He was Sugar Dunkerton and then Jericho.
Oh, that's the guy with Chris.
Yes.
Is he still kicking?
And finally, you didn't wrestle this guy, but just call Tito Santana a piece of shit. Just call him a piece of shit. Just call him a piece of shit. Come on, I need something. I need some juice on this. Just call him a piece of shit.
You're not getting enough juice? Are you not getting enough juice?
Come on.
Not really?
I'm doing a big cancel Tito Santana campaign. It's going great.
Have you wrestled Tito Santana?
No.
Arriba. You didn't wrestle him?
No.
That explains a lot. That does say a lot about your abilities. I take back what I said about you. What number are you on there? How come
That's
you're not
the last one.
Tito Ortiz, or who?
Sean Spears, ladies and gentlemen.
Are you kicking me out?
That's it. It was a speed shoot. You missed
a siege shoot.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry.
It was a pleasure. No, you did good.
It was something.
We learned. You learned, right?
You keep up the good work, Bye, guys. Thanks for having me.
I'll get it hemmed.
Took me an hour to get here, and you kicked me out after 30.
It's a pleasure working with you.
Mic and everything. There, my mic's back on, but they cut it. They're ready to cut it again.
If we could just cut his mic, please. You know, they say a great promo is great no matter who says it. Here to put that theory to the test, please welcome Miss Willow Nightingale.
Howdy, y'all. Oh, you're just going to exit? Well, I am here to share a promo with you all that was originally spoken by my good friend, everyone's favorite, Eddie Kingston. In his very first AEW appearance. So, without further ado, I give you my Eddie Kingston. No, we're gonna get this right. We're gonna do this real good. Cody, you talk about grinding. You talk about living a rough life. All that jazz. No one's gonna outgrind you. All that stuff. My man, it's easy to say that when you grow up around used to be legends like Arnie Anderson. Yeah, you heard me. Keep shooting murder ones at me, and I'll knock your jaw right off your face, partner. You know what I grew up around? Alcoholics. Junkies. I grew up around that. And I had to survive. I had to grind. You couldn't last a day in my shoes. I meant to wear high heels for that, actually, but he probably could last a day in these platform vans. So you don't know nothing about grinding. You talk about the sport of pro wrestling. That's a joke. Because every person you faced has been a child. I am a grown ASS man. And I will put you in the ground and smile. But here's the best part about the whole thing. The guy that you like to mention because you like to be best friends with the boss, Tony Khan. He paid me to show up, and now he's going to pay me to kick your ASS and take that championship. Oh yeah? You want to go? Arn, I swear on my beautiful mother's eyes. If you don't shut up, I'm gouging your eye out, all right? Let me speak. Yeah. It's my time now. Real easy. Relax, you've had yours. Tony Khan said to me, you know what, King? If you want to no DQ, man, that's fine by me. Just know that Cody has to accept. You have to accept. Because you're an egg-sucking dog. Or either you're an egg-sucking derogatory term for a female dog. Oh, God, I said something. And then they tussle, and I could go through the whole match and do all that, but what do you think, guys?
That was delightful.
Thank
Willow
you.
Nightingale, everybody, with the dramatic reading. It was so nice.
Thank you for that.
That was really good.
How's the show been so far? It's been a mishmash of stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
RJ's the best. Thanks for giving me this 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, of course.
You enjoy
No,
the
we're
rest
doing
of this.
that.
You
Yeah,
all enjoy
thank
the rest
you.
of this. Take care, folks.
I'll take
Oh, there you go.
All right. Well, I'm getting desperate. What do you say we do a Hey EW, huh? Okay. All right. I don't have my on-air sign, but let's. Okay. Welcome to Hey EW. I am RJ City, and my guest, Dalton Castle.
Say hey.
Come on, you were sitting there.
EW.
Come on, get over here.
Hey, down. Hey.
Okay. Hey, hi, hello. Wow, that feels good.
You did the Roberto Benigni Oscars entrance.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to say the audience is the lifeblood inside my body, but if they stop making noise, I might die. Ooh, are we doing cross like this?
Yeah, that's good.
Looks
Little
good. What hand
footsie.
do you have it on the right side?
Yes.
The glasses
That's my
on or
left.
off? Do you want to see my soul?
Do you
I
remember?
had half a Coke Zero. I'm ready to go. That reminds me, I left it under a chair back there. Do not knock it over. This carpet, ants. You'll get ants. I'm serious. Oh, wait, no sugar. No sugar in that. It's okay. Knock it over. Go nuts.
I have important things to talk about.
Like what?
Do you remember when us?
You have been killing it, by the way.
Oh.
This has been great. You've really... He has he not?
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's sweet of you.
I mean, you really turned nothing into, like, whatever this is.
Yeah. And if you think this is bad, wait till you see Renee and Soraya at 10 p.m. They have graphics, I don't. Do the math. It's a messed up world. No, I was going to say, do you remember when all of us collectively as a society fell in love with Roberto Benigni for like 15 minutes and then we're like, yeah, that's all right, we're good.
I don't.
Oh. I want to talk about your giant debilitating injury.
Oh.
When you broke your back.
Yeah.
Because isn't it like breaking your back, just conceptually, it's a little funny.
Yeah, because it's like the one part of your body that like keeps you like looking like a human.
Yeah.
And it's like right in the middle. It's like the most important bone.
It sounds like an old like Three Stooges injury where you would be in a body cast with your leg in the air. You know what I
You ever
mean?
see that episode of not Full House? What's the one in
Perfect Strangers?
No,
Family
the one
Matters?
Family Matters with
Which
Urkel.
was a spin-off from Perfect Strangers, and then it was supposed to be about Harriet Winslow, and then Urkel took over, and then Harriet Winslow last season, Mauricio Payton said, I'm leaving. And then they replaced her, and they never put it in syndication because the new one is just jarring to see. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, remember when they put the dad on the door because he threw his back out? They just hung him up in the door?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing for 3 years.
It's so good to see you back.
It's good to be out of the sleeping bag on the door.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can we talk a little bit about your weird, messed up family life? Because I think that explains a lot about you.
You don't want to talk more about my back that broke, and then I was like, forget it. I'm just going to ignore it and keep wrestling. And then I got better.
I want to talk about the family dynamics that built the man that eventually broke his back.
Okay. Where do you want me to begin?
Your mother.
My mother. All right, I think what he wants me to bring up is that my mother is a Catholic nun. And, yeah, what? How does that happen? Yes. You're like Immaculate Conception? No, that's not what happened. My father died about 10 years ago. So let me back up even before that. Before I was born, my mother was training to be a nun. And then my father was also studying to be a priest. And then they were like, you know what? Let's just put our parts together instead. So they did that. They raised a beautiful family, and I think they did a great job. And then Dad died, and then Mom was like, well, I'm just going to finish this thing that I started. And I was concerned about it at first because it's like, oh, no, that's weird. But then I started thinking, one of the worst things about losing your father is trying to imagine your mother moving on and dating somebody new. And then I was like, oh, I don't have to do that because nuns can't marry because nuns are already married to God. And my mom is a nun, so if my mom is married to God, that makes me the stepson of God. Anyways, what's your dad do for work? Mine's God.
It must be great to come downstairs and see God making eggs. I hope you don't mind I stayed over.
Yeah, but he did buy me a bike, so...
And are you religious, or you just go, Mom, you do your thing?
No, I'm a
yourself."
family man, so that's what I consider myself.
This is very sweet of
Yeah.
you. You and I, so this is weird. We've known each other for a while, but I found that out about you when we did a stand-up show together. Because when we travel and speak, we never talk about each other's lives.
No, that is one of the weirdest things about our friendship, because I feel like you were one of my closest and best friends. And
Which tells you how bereft the wrestling community is, that I would be this closest friend.
I feel like I just learned what RJ stood for in the last, like, half a decade.
Raul Julia.
Yeah. Yeah, why do you think that is? Do you think we're just like, we enjoy each other's company where we make each other laugh, or we're just too insecure to open up to one another?
You are what I would be if I had hope.
Yeah. And you are what I would be if I was riddled with crippling anxiety all day and didn't ignore it.
And together we make one full person.
Isn't that great? And you reap the benefits. When we come together, we start to glow like those stones in Temple of Doom. All this charisma and energy wrapped up.
Now, we are also similar in the sense that we both had tremendously, gloriously failed WWE tryouts.
Yeah. Which one? I don't know whose was better.
Mine was first.
Yeah.
And I went. It was the first one done in Triple H. It was before NXT. It was at FCW. Let me list who was in my tryout, and you'll see how horribly I failed. Me, Dax Harwood, Sasha Banks, Jimmy Jacobs, Sami Zayn, Elias. Oh my God, there were other people, I'm sure. I guess so. Anyway, I went up there, and there was this big panel like American Idol on the promo day. And nobody cut promos. They were just like, I like wrestling. My life is hard, and I still like wrestling. Which, like, fine, like, whatever. But, like, it's not what I do. So I cut a promo about how I was getting a manicure, and this woman cut my cuticle, and I was bleeding, and I was in so much pain that I was going to cancel this whole tryout. And then I said, no, it would be wrong. I'm so talented, and blah, blah, blah. And then I sang Ethel Merman, you know. And there was just a dead silence, a dead, confused silence. And Dusty Rhodes went, that was excellent, baby. Dusty Rhodes, big Ethel Merman guy. And then they asked me to do improv. And let me tell you this, Xavier Woods was filming the tryout for them, okay?
Hey, he was filming mine too.
Yes.
Was he just like the in-house camera guy?
Xavier Woods is a cameraman. So anyway, I sat down in the apron, and I started talking. I looked over, and I see Perry Saturn. He had like a Mike Tyson tattoo, total stone face. And I said, Perry, can I see the back of your hands a moment? And he went. And I went, I just wanted to see the rings of Saturn. And nothing. And then I said, we've had a hard week, but there's one guy who's always had a smile on his face, and I want to sing a song to him right now. And I turned to Bill DeMott. And I sang him the theme song from the Mary Tyler Moore Show. And I don't know why it didn't work out. Your turn.
It was a similar situation, the FCW building, hotter than Hades in there, is like they keep it. They run like a combine where they try to like run you into the ground, and like, I don't know why they run it like it's a sports team. When it's theater.
When it's this.
It's this. And they're like, hey, they can act, they can talk, let's see if they can do a bunch of burpees. So on day, I'm crushing it, by the way. I don't know if you've seen my muscles. They're huge.
I also want to point out, unlike me, he's like a legitimate athlete, amateur wrestler, won all these titles. He's fantastic.
We're opposite in every way. We complement each other perfectly. But like, I feel like I'm pretty good on promos. I can talk a little bit. You guys can understand me, right? I'm fluent in this. So promo day, I'm crushing it in all the things. I know, I'm a shoo-in. And I do my promo in front of Xavier Woods, who's working the camera. And it's just silence after. I hear some of like the guys laughing, like the other people who are trying out. And then just William Regal, who pushed to get me there just a week prior, just says, hey, listen, you wrestle good, you talk good, you look good, but why the hell would you dress like that? I was wearing this exact outfit without the blazer. I'm going to take it off so you get a look. But it's just like V-neck dress pants. I think I have a nice dress pants on. and then flip-flops, because, you know, my feet gotta breathe.
Because you're the stepson of God.
It's the uniform. And then he just like laid into me about my flip-flops. And then the same panel, it was like Jim Ross, it was William Regal, it was Dusty Rhodes, it was Gerald Briscoe, is Steve Kern, is that a guy? Is that a basketball
Yes,
coach?
he's a guy.
That's
yeah.
a guy, okay. And then they all just one by one just repeated the same thing, tearing down my outfit. Where Jim Ross, where'd you get those pants? The garbage store? It hurt. And then one of them said, listen, you do radio. If we would have sent somebody to your station to interview dressed like that, I mean, how would that make the company look? I said, well, Punk was in there 2 weeks ago. I interviewed him, and he was just wearing jeans and a sweatshirt. And they all yelled, "You're not Punk!" And then I was like, I guess I'm not. And then, and then it was done after that. I think flip-flops killed it. I think flip-flops were banned from WWE for the next 2 years, because then they signed Matt Riddle. And the amount of people who just sent me pictures of flip-flops on my text stream was astronomical.
Well, I'm glad it all worked out in
Yeah.
the end.
I didn't like opening up about this. This hurt. This opened old wounds, guys.
Yeah, but-
Just kidding. I have the greatest job in the world right now. Look where we're at.
It's not a good job. It took 2 hours to get here, okay? It is a bad job.
But there was catering. I had Coke Zero. Did I mention that already? There's a lot of perks. Look at all these people who chose this comedy show over the other one.
Yeah, how's that other room? How's Ryan Nemeth doing? Is he okay? 1,000 degrees? Because he's doing hot topics. He's doing the political stuff. Oh, that's great. He's a regular Bill Maher. So, what? I haven't watched the show for 20 years. Did something happen?
You didn't hear?
Does anyone have any questions for either of us before we go? Yes, you.
You gotta be lying. You can't see a hand up, can you?
I saw one hand. Did you not raise your hand, man or woman or someone who's 40 or 18? It's too dark.
I have a question. Is it okay if I put my jacket back on? Is that okay?
Well, he puts the jacket back on. You ask your question. I have two sons, Patrick and Paul. One has just started high school, and we're so proud. The other one, we're homeschooling, involved in a lot of pastel paints, therapy like that. But thank you for asking.
Do you remember our first Starrcast? The first, we spent that together,
Yes.
too. We went to eat. Well, listen, this is when I was a huge star.
There was a
Huge.
time.
Now RJ is the bigger star. He gets on the giant pay-per-views, and then I said, "Ho." That was great, by the way, seeing you.
I get on YouTube. Thank
That
you.
was really exciting. Did you
We
guys
have a
watch
minute-
All In?
We have a minute left. You don't know how to watch your cues. Tell your story about when we met.
Okay, I just wanted to say watching All In was like being one of the astronauts who didn't get to go to the moon. It was hard to watch, but fun to see.
One of those astronauts from the garbage store. Ladies and gentlemen, Dalton Castle. Thank you to Sean Spears, to The Blade, to Willow Nightingale, to the late Blue Meanie. I'm going to be going signing stuff at a certain point after this. You've been delightful. Thank you. God bless and Godspeed.
Hey down. Hey.
I don't know that I have laughed that hard in a really, really long time.
I'm crying.
Yeah,
In the
that
back,
was
we're just crying.
That was hysterical. There were definitely things that I'm gonna say I know I got that it sounded like some people didn't maybe get, and maybe it's for the best. But man, that was really something else.
think
That is a
we're gonna have to-
talented gentleman right there.
That was a talented gentleman, lots of special guests. We're going to have to go back and rewatch that.
Yes.
Because there was definitely some special stories there.
Yes, and speaking of that talented
Special
person right
guest
here,
right here.
right in the middle, RJ City, that was hysterical.
Thanks.
Yeah. I mean, it was meant to be funny, right?
Yeah, well, you know, it's. I consider myself more of a rock on tour. I want to make people laugh, but I also want to make them go, You know, and I thought there was definitely some hmms in the audience.
There were a few hmms.
Yeah, I want to find the people that left within, there was like 3 to 5 minutes in the beginning they left, and I want to go find them and ask them why. They're on my mind.
They went to Ryan Nemeth's comedy.
What's the biggest takeaway you want the fans to take away from this show that just happened?
I just did an hour. You want me to talk more? What do you want me to say? I just bared my soul.
Tell me more about who
Your
is
soul.
RJ.
Oh my God. I don't know. I mean, did it work for anybody is my question. I have that how was it anxiety. You know?
Oh, it was great.
Okay.
It was great.
And
we laughed really hard.
I've always respected your opinion as
I know.
a comedian.
This is
It means a lot to me.
from this very moment. You've always been.
Thank
really,
you. It's very sweet of you.
It was great talking to you for the first
Well,
time.
well, here's my other anxiety is that right after this, I'm going to go sign for 2 hours or maybe 8 minutes, depending who's there. That's the real tell. If nobody's lined up, you'll never hear from me again.
No.
If this is the last you see of me, you know, I'm going to hang out with the Blue Meanie.
Oh. God rest his soul.
God rest his soul.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well. No, that was really funny. That was really great. I love your stage shows. If you are just tuning in now because you were watching on the other feed,
you think you missed it?
No, they can go back and watch it.
To this? Is
Premier
this a
Streaming
Conrad
Network.
thing? Guy sits next to the greatest bookers for hours and hours and hours. He puts 2 comedy shows head to head. Well done. What's his requirements, huh? What are his qualifications? He has a microphone.
I mean, he also created the entire thing.
He created.
So, yeah,
chairs in a hotel and they'll sign stuff. Yeah, no wrestlers never signed stuff before him. What a genius.
Well, you do have to go sign stuff.
Yeah,
Okay, fair enough.
that was a great,
Fair enough.
Yeah, speaking of signing things, if you want to, before we
wanna-
all get kicked out. Yeah. No, thank you so much,
No, thank
RJ
you,
City.
Tom. Thank you.
It's always a pleasure.
Thank you so much. Always a pleasure.
All right, go sign.
Cracking us up. Have some fun.
If you're watching this while in another room, but here in Schaumburg, Illinois, go. Are you trying to get me to my spot here? Is that what's happening? You're just moving me to my queue. Like maybe I knew I wanted you to take center stage while
I'm just making
hung
sure
back
we're
over
hanging
here.
out together.
We're here. We're having a lot of fun. How do you think
are.
Sergio's doing on the other?
I don't know. I checked in on him a couple times
Yeah?
during all the comedy segments.
Is he scared?
He's sweating.
He's sweating a lot.
Sweating.
A lot. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But I think we also have a very special code for everyone viewing.
It's a promo code,
Everything at
everybody. A
home.
promo code. So, all right, if you're watching this, that is because you ordered Starrcast 6, and with that, you get 2 free months of Premiere Plus.